Hi, everyone. Welcome into Keys to the Crown, presented by Crown Royal. I'm Daniel Sallerson. Joining me today is Marcas Grant from the NFL Network and NFL.com as we get you ready for week number 13 as far as your fantasy football lineups are concerned. Marcas, this is your fourth appearance on the show. I'm going to call you a friend of the program. Appreciate you coming on today.
I'm totally honored to be a friend of the program. I appreciate it.
No problem at all. Let's start with Falcons and Saints, a big division rivalry taking place in Atlanta on Sunday. Both teams coming off of impressive wins. Who are some players to keep an eye on during this matchup?
Chief on the list for me is going to be Taysom Hill. Look, he's come in, and I know for folks who have Alvin Kamara on their fantasy rosters, it's been frustrating because Taysom is scoring rushing touchdowns. Alvin hasn't been getting quite as many targets. But over the last couple of weeks, Taysom Hill has outscored Russell Wilson and Kyler Murray. Two of the guys who are at the top of the list when it comes to fantasy quarterbacks.
When it comes to a matchup this week, is there anyone out there that you may want to just hold on to for at least one more week?
A guy that I'm thinking like that is David Montgomery for the Chicago Bears. And the Bears offense has not been fun to watch. It has been rather dreadful at times. But this week, that's a really good matchup against the Detroit Lions, who have been awful defensively in pretty much every phase of the game, but especially when it comes to stopping the run.
And lastly, before I let you go, usually we go to the waiver wire this week, but we're going to kind of change things up here with the playoffs approaching. Who are some guys on the waiver wire that may be worthy picking up to have favorable matchups that can either help you get into the playoffs or help you go far in the playoffs?
Phillip Rivers and Michael Pittman in Indianapolis. And Pittman, the rookie, has really started to pick things up in the last few weeks. He has been the guy that Rivers is sort of looking for in the passing game. And even though he didn't have a great game last week, he still had a team-high 9 targets. So they are throwing the ball in his direction. The schedule is nice down the stretch, and I feel like you can never have too much depth.
That's Marcas Grant for the NFL Network and NFL.com, and those are your Keys to the Crown, presented by Crown Royal.